Hi guys, Mr. Chris 160 here again. Uh, just had a little bit of spare time in my hands, so I thought I'd just give you guys a quick rundown of some of the gear that I use for gigs, rehearsals, videos, recordings, stuff like that. Try and get through as much as I can for you, so here we go. So we'll start over here with my rig that I use for when I'm playing guitar, for like in Zach Blabberth, Democracy, videos which you might have seen, anything that I'm playing guitar on basically. Mainly when I'm playing the guitar I generally use a Boss ME80 guitar multiple effects unit, which I absolutely adore. I really can't get any better than this. Really only use it for like distortion, chorus and delay, that sort of thing. Really basic stuff, you know. And over here next to it, which I occasionally use, is my Boss RC30 loop station. Originally I was supposed to be using this for just like backing parts, like backing guitar parts, that sort of thing. But never really got around to it for no reasons. So that's mainly what I use for guitar. If we move over here, sorry if my room's a little bit messy at the minute. We're actually in the middle of packing up and moving house. You can see how messy it is. Over here is the kit that I use for when I'm recording demos. I don't have any covers yet of me playing it, just really use it for demos. It's a Session Pro DD505. It's a little bit faulty at the minute because the hi-hat is pretty much bust, and I've yet to be fixing that, but when I get round to it, hopefully it should sound decent again. Like I say, I only really use it for demos, just to, yeah, that's it, just keep demos. Move on over here, a bass you might be familiar with if you follow the channel. This is my Epiphone EB3 bass guitar. This is the very first bass that I ever got when I first started playing about, I don't know, 8-9 years ago, when I first started playing bass. Only really use it for when I'm doing like sort of solo bass gigs now, stuff like that. I occasionally use it for when I'm doing a like big UK tours, when I'm actually touring. I'll just use that as like a backup bass, and yeah, but yeah, mainly for solo gigs at the minute. Over here is my probably the most iconic instrument that I have been seen using. This is the Fender Modern Player Jaguar bass. I've probably done about 200, no, not on, no, 100, maybe 100 shows around the UK with this bass, maybe. I'm not quite sure, but it's been quite a lot. But yeah, that's that. Again, just like the ME80, I can't get any better sounds out of it. When you've got that PJ configuration going on, you know you're going to be in for a pretty sweet sound. Over here is one of my dad's guitars, actually. I really only use this for when I'm playing in my Zach Blabberth tribute band. Black Sabbath tribute band, whatever. It's a Gibson SG Special. It's been modded a little bit. I'm not sure if you can pick this up. One of the tuning pegs has been replaced with some other weird deluxe machine head, so it looks a little bit odd because of that, but it still works great. I mean, I love it. When I played with Zach Blabberth a couple of weeks ago, I remember using this and just sounded phenomenal. Move down, a piece of gear that you really can't be without is the Micro Korg. So this is my Micro Korg. Yeah, amazing synth. What else can I say? I use this when I'm playing with the Bad Habits, one of my bands that I'm in. So I'm taking like a bass break, I can just use this for like sort of like a synth bass sort of thing, and add some more like ambient stuff as well. So that sort of thing, yeah. Down here is my it's a Fender. I think it's a Dreadnought, I'm not entirely sure, but it's a Fender acoustic. And I've had that for quite a couple of months. I've started really gigging with it now as well. I do a couple of like little soul Motown shows with a friend of mine. So yeah, I use that for that sort of thing. Over there, which you can probably see, I don't really use it very much again really at the minute. We used to when I used to be like into like Kings of Leon, that sort of thing. It's a Fender, not a Fender, bloody hell. It's an Epiphone Thunderbird. I think it's a special. Yeah, Thunderbird, as you can see, you can tell it's got a different humbuckers in rather than your standard Thunderbird pickups. But again, I don't really use it at all now. Mainly because I'm not really doing that much Kings of Leon stuff. But I don't know, maybe one day I might start using it again. Over here is my my Fender Deluxe Players Stratocaster. This was an amazing buy. I cannot describe how amazed I was to actually buy this and play this. It has got such a sweet sound. With the single coils being stock noiseless, because I play with a lot of distortion most of the time, it really, it really cuts down all that extra noise, which is always handy. The tremolo, again, one of the probably the best tremolo that I've probably used so far, maybe. But yeah, amazing guitar, amazing. Down here we have my ukulele, which I occasionally use when I'm just lying about jamming. I always wanted to learn like different. I always want to learn like different instruments when I've got any spare time. So this is definitely no exception. I've done quite a few Beatles tunes on this, so I might put a Beatles cover up maybe one day when I have the time. Over here is a, I don't know what make it is, it's definitely a nylon acoustic though. I actually found this in my dad's old attic from where we used to live. And I think he kept, and I don't know how, but he kept onto this. I kept holding onto this for quite a while. Looks deceiving because the A string, which you can see there, it looks like it's in place, but it's not. It's really not. The machine pegs are just so old it can't really wind anymore. So it's stiffened up quite a lot because of that, which is unfortunate. Again, maybe with some spare time I'll probably try to do some work on it. Over here is my mother's ukulele banjo. I had quite a lot of fun with this when I was in school. I remember I used to take it into school just to like jam around. The teachers loved it. I loved it. With it being a ukulele banjo, it's going to have a really nice ukulele banjo sort of sound, and it really does. So that's that. Over here is a little bit of a relic. It's my Fender 62 reissue Jaguar. This was the very first guitar that I bought when I wanted to start playing guitar, after I started playing bass, obviously. And again, I haven't really used this very often at all now. I only really use it just for when I'm, again, gigging majorly. When I'm playing guitar majorly, I really use this as a backup now, because I'm mainly using my Strat. I mainly use these two when I'm playing in Savin and Democracy, whereas obviously the SGA play with Zach Blobber. So that's that. Over here is my Stag mandolin. I've always wanted a mandolin, so this was a great day when it was given to me. That might be featured on a couple of Democracy gigs, maybe, if we do maybe a bit of REM, hey. So that's that. A lovely instrument. Over here we have my Ibanez AEB8E acoustic bass, which again I absolutely adore. I don't think I've ever found an acoustic bass that sounds pretty amazing other than this. I mainly use this for when I'm doing like stripped down sets, like acoustic sets, that sort of thing, but I have been rocking with it for quite a bit when I was in the when I've been jamming with my blues band. I use this once in a while, and it rocks just as well as any other electric, I guess. But yeah, I mainly use it for like acoustic sets. Then down here is two halves of my bass rig. When I'm playing big shows, I guess, then I tend to use my Boss ME50B, which was the first proper effects board for bass that I ever bought. Yeah, just like the ME80, I really couldn't be without it. I only really use it for like bit of distortion and chorus again, and some octave effects, just to keep my dry tone in as well, I guess. And I use it for like sort of like synth effects as well most of the time. When I want to do smaller gigs, then I mean to use my wire's in the way there. My Boss Boss ODB 3 bass overdrive and the TU3 chromatic tuner. I occasionally use the bass overdrive when I'm playing in Filthy Janes quite a bit, but the majority of the time when I'm playing bass I mainly use the TU3. I only really use that bass overdrive for some certain songs anyway. So that's that. Then over here we have, I'm not sure if the light can pick this up, this, excuse me, this is my Stag EDB3 electronic upright bass. And again, just like the mandolin, I've always wanted a door bass, and so when I was given this for my 21st birthday, I was properly made up. I use this when I'm playing in my blues band as well, and my community big band when I go and rehearse with them and perform with them. So that's my door bass, and that's pretty much most of the gear. I'll just take a quick trip down now and show you the amps that I use. So these are the amps that I mainly use for the time being. Right down here is my Acoustic Solutions EG10J little guitar amp. It's not the best for major gigs, but when I haven't got any other alternative, I mainly tend to stick to this. My brother actually got this in a guitar pack when he was trying to play guitar, but sadly never continued with that, so I mainly use it for just like little offset gigs. But yeah, for the time being, it works okay. But obviously, it'll have to go and be replaced with something else when I'm starting to do guitar gigs like seriously. Over here is a bit of a beast. Something I really couldn't be without playing bass. It's my Fender Rumble 350. This is just a loud thing. You better be on a really big stage for this, from what I've experienced. Obviously it's a pain to carry around, but with the addition of the wheels underneath, you can see that, and the handles at the side, it's really easy to transport. I've used it quite a lot over the UK, and for home Liverpool gigs. But yeah, again, loud. And over here is my Vox VT100, which is an amp I really need to fix to replace that little guitar amp I showed you earlier. But yeah, again, like the 350, this one's a beast. This is a really loud amp. I remember when playing with No Vacancy, I use this quite a lot. Hopefully when I get the time, when I get the money even, I should be able to fix it up and then hopefully gig with it again regularly. When I'm playing guitar, that is, anyway. Right at the top is something that I'm using from my home studio. It's the Line 6 Toneport KB37, which is the obviously the interface with the built-in MIDI keyboard plugged into it. Like, not plugged in, but you can just see it there. I'm using that for quite a lot of recordings at the minute. So that's that. And last but not least in the instrument collection is Patch. Come here, boy. Hello, my lovely friend. I play you all the time, don't I? Don't I? I think he agrees, don't you? So that's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching this video. Please give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And I will see you guys in another video hopefully very soon. So take care and peace.